Welcome back. You're watching the Tarnia Green Show. We're happy you're stuck with us. Now, you will agree with me that there are several benefits to be derived from the cruise ships calling into our ports. Quite apart from the obvious benefits to the vendors, tour operators, and taxi drivers, there are several other stakeholders who are appreciative of the positive spin-offs that these cruise ships bring to the island. Shades of Green, an upcoming jazz band, has been making significant strides in Dominica. In recent time, the local band has made several public appearances, allowing Dominicans to gain an appreciation for their music. Recently, the band had the unique opportunity to play on board a German ship docked here. The Tarnia Green Show was invited to share in the experience. Let's take a look.
When we are coming to the Caribbean, we are always looking for something local. You know, we want traditional feelings. We don't want German music or we don't want European music when we come to the Caribbean. We would like to have local feeling. And Shades of Green is perfect for that. They are doing very, very good music, this reggae style, and people just love it. You will see that tonight. People first when they start, they are a little bit shy, but after a little while, they get into it, they get the groove, they start to dance, they start to party. And usually what happens is when they play is that the people won't let them go off the ship, but they have to because we have to leave the harbor at 11 o'clock.
Now, tonight you have the wonderful opportunity to perform aboard this German ship. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's a cool opportunity, especially for the other members of the band. For me, it's not an uncommon event, but I'm always happy to showcase our talent, especially to persons from other regions of the world. And we have a lot of European tourists on the ship, so it's a good time to welcome them to not only the Caribbean but to Dominica, with a real taste of Caribbean music. We are usually a very heavy jazz band. We play a lot of jazz and fusion music, but they have requested some reggae. They want to feel very tropical, so we will be doing some selected reggae for them tonight. Classics, that is.
I want to give you some love, baby. I want to give you some good, good love, baby.
Joining me now to talk about this great experience is Irvin Duran, the band manager of Shades of Green. Irvin, thank you so much for joining me on the Tarnia Green Show. It's great to have you. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
Okay.
And good to have me too. I'm glad to be
It's my pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Yes. Shades of Green. For those of us who have no idea what this band is about, talk to us.
Shades of Green was conceptualized when I thought of getting back into the music scene back in 2009, when my good friend for many years who started gospel music with me, Ross LeBlanc, had gotten back on island, and I had gotten back on island, and we wanted to get back into the music scene. At that time, I was doing a project with the Child Fund, and I had gotten to meet Jelena Fontaine, who was doing a different kind of music. And before, as you know, prior to the 2009 era, I was coming out of a background of Impact Band, which developed Mikel Henderson, or raised Mikel from the 15-year-old. And the jazzy touch was where we wanted to go and where we were heading. But the Shades of Green name and the concept meant that it would be multifaceted. The fusion concept meant that we could probably present 7 or 9 or 50 shades of green with the structural arrangement. So outside of being a solo performer, which Jelena did and which Ross could do, when it became a duo, or anything larger than that, it would be a shade of green.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So you've been functional for how many years now?
Shades of Green?
Yes?
2009.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So where do you usually perform?
The band started off being very, 2009, 10, 11, 12, was very, very active in the hotel circuit, restaurants, and we did our own events as well, just to do the sort of branding. Outside of that, we've done the major shows like the Creole in the Park and the jazz, Creole and jazz in at the cabarets. We have been quiet recent, because the concentration has been on work for a product, an album to come out, and that has not really been realized, but it's still being done.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got this wonderful opportunity recently to play on board the German ship. Yes. How did you happen to get this valuable opportunity?
Well, I have been a propagator of export of our talent. I've always been the opportunity of this season was not just this season. It began a couple of years ago when we, in our pursuit to play on one of these cruise ships that dock for the night, day to the night, we got an New Year's night gig with a German catamaran that was up in the Cabarets area through Richard as agent. And that spun off a relationship that we have kept on, because we had done other things with Richard as well. The recent gig this season was one that I pushed for, and I was very interested. I have always been interested in Caribbean vibes, so I was working basically two platforms, a fusion jazz and a reggae thing, and the conversations with Caribbean vibes did not pan out the way that we wanted to after we had negotiated that deal. So eventually it went to being split up. The band broke up a little bit, but the rather than twice a month, a gig on the ship twice a month for Shades of Green, we had it split where Caribbean Vibes did one gig and Shades of Green did one. So they've been playing from November, I think November.
So why was that of
once a month.
interest to you to have your band, play on board the ship?
It's audience, and one of the best ways to reach, because you never know who is on a cruise. The average Joe is on a cruise, but sometimes you find on a cruise people that are music or entertainment oriented. Our type of music is a big sell, because when you hear of the EU and 10 FDF and all of that donation and money and interest in the region, it is really the Germans that propel that, They're very, very keen in our market, our entertainment, and not all of them can really come to spend time to enjoy it. So if we got the fortunate opportunity to be heard or seen by one German who had a connection, it could be an open door to the European market.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very visionary of you to pursue that kind of effort. Talk to me about the response of the passengers, the crew, to the music of Shades of Green.
Awesome responses. We went to the first season on this Mind Shift one, and we brought the palette of the menu of fusion jazz, of course incorporated some reggae, but fusion, and although very much appreciated by crew and passengers, that's a population, a market that is very in tune with reggae music as well. They have their own gentlemen, and they have a lot of reggae festivals. So they suggested the passengers for the second set, because there's a first set and a second set, and during the break they suggested that we gave them more reggae. Yeah.
So
and
Germans appreciate
reggae music, yes.
That's very interesting.
They requested, So the band had to make that particular adjustment, and from then on, we just did a lot of fusion reggae.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been the important thing to note there is that every visit or call, you have 12, 3,000, whatever number that is their maximum, but you have new people. It's not a repeat of the same audience. Like in Dominica, if you perform at a park or at a place, it's the 3,000 people that go out that rotate. So it's like a recycling of the same people. But that's not that way. If we played 5 months on the ship, once a month, we've met 15,000 Germans.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is
Who
awesome.
Potentially could bring money to Dominica.
Right. Or return because they fell in love with the music,
Yes.
or they want to marry the vocalist, something like that.
Is that a possibility?
Well, some people came up to me about the female vocalist,
Is that right?
who, by the way, is lyric. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Interest,
amazing. That's amazing. So the work continues for Shades of Green.
It does. It does. Yeah. We have a bit of. We had a calendar of work cut out for 2015. Some things have gotten awry and derailed a bit. I got very heavily sucked into the Caribbean Performing Arts Federation, the CPAF.
What's that
which
about?
is it's a federation founded here, birthed out of me, founded here, registered here, which is a body built to foster and to hone talent. Regionally.
Excellent.
So we are currently running a workshop today in crowdfunding for the Caribbean with a Caribbean platform based out of Trinidad and Barbados, and today and tomorrow. That's one of the avenues to be able to give opportunity to young creators in the region, and we're going to be doing this across the OECS to start. We're also forming alliances with other bodies that are already involved, and without reinventing the wheel, we seek to redefine the creative arts industry, our particular section, which is the performing arts.
Okay.
This is the time for redefinition, and we're working at that. So Shades of Green is a member. It's a member-based organization, and Shades of Green has that platform again to be able to move around the islands through that network, as well as other people from other members from other territories move around. And as the CSME falls into place, that too is another peel off from the OECS into the CSME to utilize and maximize the platform.
Okay, wonderful. Now, if I want to see Shades of Green perform locally here in Dominica, where can I find that kind of performance?
Currently, we are off the circuit because, as I said, they have been working on, and our musicians are all working full-time jobs, professional, most of them. Our band director is the Labour Commissioner, Ross. We have guys at Ross University who are sometimes off island. So it has to be structured. Typically, we would have been doing a program with the Anchorage Hotel or the Evergreen Hotel. It's been a while since we did any of those. What we are looking at doing currently is a fundraiser for some of the charitable organizations around the island, in terms of doing some collaborative events to raise funds for them, and thereby giving the realignment of branding for Shades of Green.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I wish you all the best with Shades of Green.
Thank you very much.
We want to thank you very much for
Yes.
being a guest on the Tarnia Green Show.
Thank you,
Irvin
and thank you for
Durand.
watching.
You're welcome. Irvin Durand of Shades of Green talking to us right here on the Tarnia Green Show.
Hello, my name is Stefan Zimmermann. I'm the cruise director of the Mindshift One, and you are watching the Tarnia Green Show.
We now present you with a few more excerpts of Shades of Green Jazz Band as they performed on board the German ship recently. Enjoy.
Turn your lights down low and open your window curtain. Oh, let your moon come shining in into for you, girl. But it seems I was never on time. Still, I wanna get through to you, girl. On time, on time. I want to give you some love, baby. I want to give you some good, good love, baby. Oh, I want to give you some good, good love, baby. Turn your lights down low, baby.
And that's all the time we have for the Tarnia Green Show today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to join me next time for another exciting show. Remember to like the Tarnia Green Show Facebook page and share with your friends. Send in your suggestions to the TarniaGreenShow@gmail.com. Until next time, I am Tarnia Green saying stay blessed, and remember, whatever the mind can conceive, you can achieve. Thanks for watching.
I'm not afraid, no, no, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, no. And holding on to my soul, want to take control. Wanna give me love, wanna give me blame, wanna give me all of my tears.